gearnetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
Fat Man,
Sleazy?
what gym do you go to?
It's a James to me. I don't know him that well.
Okay, what James do you go to?
He hasn't gotten acquainted yet.
I'm going to Planet Fitness so I can have Johnny Ace roll down my muscular body.
Well, let's talk more about that, as well as some weird pay-per-view that happened on the wrestling show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
This is the Fat Man.
And welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Today, we've got Chip Willett.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
He's doing our sound effects for today. And Ryan Williams. Welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
So, we got a action-packed show. Fat Man's going to the James. I'm not, obviously. Because why the fuck would I do that? But let's get into Fast Lane.
Give me a second.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
I didn't write down Cat and Star rating.
Son of a bitch! We're all ready to go here, and Fat Man, the one person
who's normally prepared, is not prepared today.
Well. Yeah, because he went to the James.
No, he hasn't started yet.
I haven't started yet. I'm going tomorrow.
I was trying to give you an out, you fuck.
Yeah, you don't even have a fucking excuse now, dickhead.
Well, while he's doing that, if you guys haven't known, we are on the Gear Network. Go to gearnetwork.com. Check out this show, as well as all the other shows. Including like All Bets Are Off and a bunch of other great shows. The TJ Money Show, Listen in the podcast and whatnot. Like I said, you can find those wherever you find, your favorite podcasts and as well on thegearnetwork.com.
Okay. Thanks for stalling. I got star ratings. Okay.
Cool.
So did anybody watch the pre-show?
No!
The one time something important happens on the pre-show and nobody watches it.
Yeah. What happened on the pre-show? I don't even know.
Retribution basically broke up.
Oh, yeah, that's
Ali
right.
Anyway.
No one cared.
No one cared.
Nope.
And nothing of value was lost.
Fucking wrestling journalists, motherfuckers, you should cover it.
Okay.
We were journalists.
I call us journalists.
I'm sorry for your loss.
That's what the Canadians call it.
Okay, so
we're wrestling journalists like Dave Meltzer's wrestling journalist.
Whatever.
Shit.
Okay, Nelson.
Yeah, fuck Dave Meltzer. Thank you, Ryan.
You're welcome.
So, Fastlane proper opened with the Women's Tag Team Championships. Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax defends against Sasha. Sasha. And Bianca Belair. Match with 9 minutes and 45 seconds. John Ken gave this 2 3/4 stars.
Oh, that overrated piece of shit.
He was being happy today, apparently. Or that day. What the fuck was this mess?
Sleazy, you're the women's wrestling enthusiast.
He is.
I'll yield to the tag team wrestling enthusiast on this one.
Oh, cool, because I got to look at it at a different angle. That's wicked. As a tag team match, it sucked.
Funny, as a women's match, it sucked, so...
I think we reached an agreement there, sir.
There we go, Massa. Thank you.
Kim hates Bianca Belair's hair. She wants to rip it out. It's kind of funny. She's like, "Why is it so long?" It was just such a boring match. There were so many botches involved. It was just it looked like one of the greenest pay-per-view matches I have seen in years. I would give it 1.5 stars.
It's a match that features Nia Jax. What are you talking about?
I was going to say it was a match featuring Bianca Belair.
Hey, Bianca got slapped so hard it made her eyelash come off. She got bitch slapped in the moon.
I gave it 1 3/4. Like,
you overrating piece of shit.
You didn't even give a star rating, you asshole.
1 star.
Having Bianca Belair getting the heat, I think, was a mistake.
It made absolutely no sense.
If you want Belair to look good, give her the hot tag.
The entire match was a mistake. What are you talking about?
Sasha destroyed Baszler with that fucking knee near the end.
Yeah.
That was good. That was the only thing good in that match.
It was a simplistic match where Roll Up of Death wins it. They were fighting because they lost, but they were fighting about who lost the match for them, but really, no one did. Like, Reginald came in distracted and got the roll up of death. It wasn't really anyone's fault. So that was kind of stupid.
The entire match was booked stupid. Come on.
But you kind of had to turn Sasha face, or not face, heel, because they want Belair. They want Belair to be the face of the women's division. So,
I mean, it works. Like,
it works. It was. Go ahead.
No, what they're trying is like the idea of when it gets pulled off works. It's just, I mean, good thing he can do this in a couple of weeks at Mania, boss.
All right.
Now we got a 3-week build with Sasha as heel. You know,
Sasha's heel, and then pretty much being like, "Yay, I respect you." No, turn me back face.
No. I don't think it should open the pay-per-view. I think if you put that anywhere else, it makes the mood of the match different. But that shouldn't have opened the pay-per-view either.
I don't think it was going to change the mood of the match at all. It was just a piece of shit match.
Should have happened on the pre-show.
There you go. I'll go with that. The Retribution breaking up would have been more interesting than that.
But you can't have the women on the pre-show, sleazy equality.
Oh, fucking Christ.
You can't have the minority on the pre-show. Equality.
Yeah, Shayna Baszler. Duh.
Funny enough. So funny you should say that. Baszler was the only non-black person in the match.
That's why I said it.
Wow. Well, I say that, but Baszler was lighter or darker than Sasha was, so.
I don't care. Sasha's so hot. WWE Intercontinental Championship. Big E defends against Apollo Crews.
Wuhan Nation.
5 minutes, 45 seconds. What the fuck was this?
Oh my god, it was another shit match.
What the fuck was this? Big E dominates the first half. Crews dominates the second half, and then they just kind of fall on each other for a pin?
That was the most botched pin I've seen in a while.
And then Apollo Crews suddenly has an accent now?
That happened. Yeah, so that happened like 2 weeks ago. All of a sudden, he picked up an accent.
But he hit so hard in the head, knocked him back to Nigeria.
But when he was talking shit during the match, he didn't have the accent.
Yeah, he did.
Not during the match. After the match, he did.
Yeah.
It's the King Booker syndrome. Get off his back.
Well, at least they're stacking the minorities at the front end of the show to die horrible deaths.
I mean,
a terrible tag match followed by this garbage. Big E does not deserve what happened here, and frankly, neither did Apollo Crews, to be fair.
Well, I mean, it came out after that it just got fucked up somehow, and then they kind of had to go with it because they were live on air.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, when you botch a finish like that, there's nothing you can do. You have to, if you're way under on time like that, then obviously you're going to have to do some sort of beatdown after the fact. At least the right person went over. I mean, what happens if that finish gets fucked up and Cruz goes over?
Big E was a back at Mania.
Yeah, but
Or Big E wins it back.
it's a
next day on Raw.
mess. That's what would probably happen is he'd win it back on Raw. But just to have a match end like that is just, it's terrible to see, honestly. But yeah, the match was ridiculous. This is the third time that Apollo Crews has faced Big E, for the title. Come on. Is this the only challenger he has now?
Seems like it.
Yes.
Now that Andrade is gone.
Well, we'll talk about that, I'm sure.
Ken gave it a star and a half. He's way over any piece of shit.
Oh, yeah.
I gave it a half star.
I give it 1.5, same as I did the first match.
1.5? You
Yep.
agree with John K. Okay.
I gave it a star.
Over any piece of shit.
I'll give you
So-
that.
What did Ryan give it?
Ryan doesn't do
Really?
star ratings.
No, that's right.
I think you're all retarded. You guys don't star ratings.
Says the
It's all-
guys get.
the-
Says
the-
go ahead.
The
I was
Canadian up north doesn't get it star ratings.
I was gonna
So-
say. Says the guy whose gimmick was actually a retard.
Oh yeah, I fully understand this.
Braun
wasn't
Strowman
a work,
versus
it
Shane
was a
McMahon.
shoot.
Oops.
Sorry.
Oh my god!
Braun Strowman versus Elias.
Shit.
3 minutes 50 seconds. Can't give it 1 star. Huh?
I don't know what to say to this.
You know what you say to this? You say, well, okay, WWE, that was your attempt to stretch this feud to WrestleMania. Okay, you tried.
I think they were trying to undermine AEW Revolution
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
just by putting on a worse show.
Oh, that wasn't going to happen.
Well, it got close to it.
No. Even me being an AEW mark said no. No.
Well, I'm an AEW mark as well.
That's true, but no. Not dude.
Nothing but a squash match.
It was I wonder if Shane was legit injured. Not the earlier in the morning, but there was at one point, like a week and a half ago, they took it off the page, the landing
Yeah.
page for Fast Lane.
No, last night he ran away from Strowman perfectly fine. So,
No,
That doesn't
but
mean
at
he's
the
not
time when
injured.
They took it off. Like,
I don't. Whatever. Cool.
The point being is it was a dumb impromptu match that didn't mean anything.
It was supposed to make Strowman look like a fucking beast.
Like he hasn't been in the last 8 months. What?
That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it was supposed to do.
Whatever. There's my answer. Whatever.
Okay, Ryan, Chip, you good?
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
good.
Seth Rollins versus some Asian. 12 minutes and 55 seconds.
Fuck you. No, say it right. This is the first
Sorry.
time he hasn't phoned it in months. Come on.
Sorry.
That was a
Seth Rollins versus a male Asian.
Fuck you. Say it
12
right.
minutes and 55 minutes.
Fuck you.
And
Say it
I
right.
gave it 3.25 stars. Funny that you say that. Nakamura's best performance in months is what I wrote in my notes.
No shit. I mean, the man had actual motivation.
It was nothing else to say then. It was just a great match. I gave it 3.75 stars. Rollins looked good in his first one-on-one match back on pay-per-view. Nothing more, really.
I give the same rating. Shinsuke looked better than he's looked in a while.
Ryan.
And crickets.
sorry, I'm distracted.
He's too busy jacking it over to Becky Lynch picks.
The honest answer is I'm practicing for the Wrestlemania tournament that I have playing hockey while I'm doing this. I enjoyed it. I actually did enjoy Rollins and Nakamura. I do think it's going to lead to a tag match instead of a one-on-one match at Mania between Rollins and Murphy versus Nakamura and Cesaro, that'll be very entertaining as well.
Wait, Rollins is back with Murphy?
Do you watch fucking SmackDown?
Honestly, no. I don't.
Nobody watches the weeklies here, you fuck.
I watch Raw because I'm off, but like SmackDown, I work on Fridays. I get home when it ends, and then I'm like, I'll watch it Saturday, but then I work all day, literally all day Saturday. By the time I get home, I literally get home and go to bed.
Okay. So I'll catch you up. Murphy went off TV for forever. Then he just randomly came back and started in a backstage segment where Rollins going, well, fuck the Mysterios. They used me. Can I be your friend again? And Rollins was like, fuck off. And then they're kind of being friends again, like how WWE would book something. So I see it going into the tag match. Because Rollins is after fighting Cesaro on TV too. Or Murphy fought Cesaro on TV too, and Rollins interfered. So
I'm okay with a tag match, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd rather see Rollins versus Cesaro straight up, but
It'll happen
cool.
again.
I'm cool. No holds barred match. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus. 19 minutes and 40 seconds. John Ken gave it 4 stars. I can't say I'm wrong because it's not Meltzer. I agree with Ken. How about that?
I think you're both underrating pieces of shit.
Match.
You think we're what?
Lot of match.
Yeah.
A what? You're both talking at the same time.
No, fuck off.
So does he call me an overrated piece of shit?
Underrating piece of shit.
Underrating. And what did Ryan say?
I said, what a match. Like,
yeah, it was a great match.
Yeah. It was a great match.
These two beat the shit out of each other. It was a typical no holds barred match, but between two guys that are like, lay it in on me. I don't care.
Buddies.
Yeah. So
Samson Scotland meets Ireland. That's what happens.
Still a great match.
Loved it.
Yes, me too. It was good to see just a strong style match in WWE, not done by Asians.
It was definitely not a strong style match, but okay. See, that's why you got to go to the gym with me. You're breathing heavily in the mic.
That's why.
I am mildly upset.
Why?
Him calling it a strong style match.
Oh, he's a mark. What do you expect?
For WWE, that was a hard hitting match.
It was a hard hitting match, but it wasn't a strong
Doesn't
style
mean it's
match.
a strong style match.
Under WWE definition,
No,
Strong style
absolutely
match
not.
is just. Here's a strong style match.
Every Walter match in WWE UK.
Chop.
no, yeah.
Chop.
Anyone with a lariat.
Fucker! I was working my way up to it.
Winner.
Like chop, fucking never open weight championship classic. Oh, so we all agree it was a great match.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Randy Orton versus Alexa. Alexa.
So Fat Man's into schoolgirls, by the way.
That outfit, hell yeah.
That was invented.
4 minutes, 45 seconds. Sleazy and I briefly talked about this last night. What else did you expect from it? I mean, it's a dud, obviously, but what
wasn't
else
a match.
what else did you expect from it? Like,
I expected Kane to come out.
Fair. Fair.
No, I mean we knew Bray had to be coming back soon, so it's the best way to do it.
So
Coming back from hell and trying to, yeah.
Here's what I thought was going to happen. Let me put it. Let me put this into
Krueger looked deadly, boys.
What's that?
I said, new Freddy Krueger looks deadly.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Here's what I thought was going to happen. And honestly, I would have rathered this happen. Is that Alexa and Orton are in the ring, lights go out, immediately they pop on, or some firework or something happens, and Bray's in the ring, and that's it. I do not like the fact that... So, I guess my biggest problem isn't the fact that Alexa had some sort of interaction with Orton before Bray came up. It's the fact that we're in 2021 and we've got fucking Papa Shango here. So the supernatural shit, you can kind of get away with it to an extent with Bray because they've always guised it in a, this could be a fever dream. This could be not real in perspective. It's not quite 100% legitimate. But everything that happened in the ring that night in front of quote unquote a live crowd is way more supernatural than it should have been. Does that make any sense?
Yes, it makes perfect sense, actually.
No, it doesn't.
Not at all.
The whole Bray Wyatt has been doing it for fucking a year and a half now.
He hasn't been throwing fireballs. He hasn't been making...
He didn't throw a fireball.
No,
Alexa threw a fireball.
That's my point. Why is Alexa throwing...
Did it before.
Yeah, and I have a problem with it the first time. He's not been making scaffolding fall from telepathic or whatever you want to call it.
So are you okay with Orton coughing up that black shit?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So you're just not okay with all the supernatural shit?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Fuck me. Yeah, I got it.
Yep, you're wrong. Like,
no, fuck
Ryan
you.
would say.
There's my answer.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not
That's part
wrong.
of the fucking charm. No, fuck you. That's part of the charm.
It's not the charm.
Says
It's bullshit.
the Undertaker mark.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many times? Yeah. Well, you sit here and say that, but how many times did Undertaker do anything that specifically harmed an opponent that was supernatural?
He threw a fireball at Mankind in Rochester.
No, he didn't.
He tried to throw a fireball.
Yes, he did.
Or he threw it at Paul Bear.
Yes.
Whatever. It doesn't matter.
The point
he threw it.
Well, here's the other thing. Every time that that's happened, you could see it was flash paper. It's not like it's, how many times have you seen, oh, look, it's on fire. It's bullshit.
It's a work!
Of course it's a work. That's not the point.
I'm using your logic against you.
Yeah, but you're not implementing it correctly here because nobody since Papa fucking Shango has made people vomit black shit. And what was Papa Shango's gimmick?
The Undertaker took over people's bodies, dickhead. What's the difference?
It's 2021. If you're trying to make a realism, well, no, I mean, if you're walking the line of this is real and this isn't real, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it in the context of inside the ring? That's my problem with it. Because if you did this in a cinematic style match, I'd be okay with it more. It's the fact that you're doing it inside the ring that is calling out alarm bells to me.
It's like him just coming from underneath the ring. That is your problem with this? Like
my problem is that you had Alexa doing things from a character standpoint that doesn't make sense in the context of the world of the WWE. Like, for instance, if here's another example, and
my head just blew. Wow!
How? Here's the thing: if this was Chikara, it would be okay because Chikara has laid the ground rules of that being okay behavior.
Just like CCW and ECW.
Deucalion chokeslammed people so badly it killed them. Icarus's wings were so flamboyant that it made people, just go blind. That stuff was canon, so therefore it worked. Nothing to this point has made any of that really truly canon inside the WWE ring. Outside the ring, in the cinematic matches, that's a little bit different.
Orton set Bray Wyatt on fire in the middle of the ring.
Yes.
Baron Corbin threw motherfuckers off a building.
Killed
But
multiple
it's not
people.
in the WWE universe for that to happen?
I want to point out they immediately retconned that.
What, Baron Corbin?
Yeah,
Because the guy walked out the next night.
exactly.
But they didn't retcon Bray Wyatt.
They
That's why
only
it works in this situation.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work. The only thing that happened was he got burned. Which, by the way, they stuck to. That's his new costume. And he got burned to fuck. No
So
one
now
ever said he died.
So now it's Kane.
I was going to say, now he's Papa Shango Kane. Your two favorite characters, Sleazy, just fucked and had a baby.
I know. And it's making me nuts. It's pissing me off. And the thing is that it's a stupid quabble. I get it. It's otherwise, it's cool to see Bray Wyatt in the new costume. It's cool to see what they could do with it from here. But here's the other problem with it. Is he a face?
Yeah.
So Freddy Krueger's a face.
So the guy who set him on fire is the face?
Yeah,
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
WWE logic.
But at the same time, if you listen to the
Hey, Sheamus shit
crowd,
in Del Rio's car and was still the fucking face.
but if you listen to the quote unquote crowd, they were booing Orton
I know.
and Heat.
Canteen, as usual.
So they're making Bray the face.
I know. That's what makes it strange.
And
Why-
the fans at WrestleMania are going to cheer Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
Okay.
Enough of your stupid ass nonsensical
Oh,
logic.
fuck
It makes no
off.
sense.
Take it
Main
in the
event time.
ass.
Main event time.
Time out. Let me just go ahead and point something out. You almost have Google Home because you all called Alexa 7 or 8 times.
I called her Alexa.
And I know. It just drives me nuts. So that's not her name.
I called her Alexa.
So did Mike. Or so Sleazy.
Wait,
That's her
Chip?
name. Is Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexis Bush.
It's
Oh.
Alexa Bliss.
Huh.
Alexis
She's
Alexis
my bae.
Lurie.
I know her name.
You're talking about Mickey James. That's Alexis Lurie.
He don't
gotcha.
need a name.
Wait, Chip, do you have a Alexa Amazon Echo in your...
No, I don't. But I was like, you all must not either because it wouldn't be chiming off.
I got one here. I unplugged mine.
Oh,
'Cause
shit!
One time Sleazy and I did it. One time, I'm on headphones, Sleazy, so I wouldn't be able to hear
Oh,
it
yeah,
anyway.
that's right.
But one time
Hey,
I
Alexa,
did it.
buy a dildo. For
One
all of
time
our
I
fans.
did it, and I said Alexa, and the thing started freaking out. I was like, oh, shit, I got to unplug that. Anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
event.
Now you don't.
okay, main event time because fuck you, WWE Champ. Wait a minute. Yeah, fuck you. So let me get this straight. Bobby Lashley wins the WWE Championship, most likely to lose it to Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania, but doesn't even get a pay-per-view title defense.
There are too many black people on the show already.
Oh my god.
So fuck you, WWE, for booking it that way. Universal
Holy hell.
Championship. Roman Reigns defense against
This is fucking ridiculous.
Nope, I'm sorry. Daniel Bryanson.
Thank
Sorry.
you.
Match went 30 minutes even. John Catton gave it 4 1/4. I absolutely agree with him. Great wrestling match. Phenomenal, phenomenal, psychologically sound match. Just, that's my notes. And also the ending set up a possible triple threat match at WrestleMania with Edge. and Danielson and Reigns.
I thought, so they almost did exactly what I thought they were going to do, which I thought they were going to have Reigns tap out when the referee was down originally. Obviously that didn't happen. It happened like a minute and a half later, but otherwise everything perfectly worked the way I thought it was going to work. I thought the match was phenomenal with the best in the world in the ring and Bryan Danielson. No. No one's going to give me shit for that? No. Obviously.
It was one of the best wrestling matches I've seen from Bryan Danielson in a long time.
It was.
He looked like he was 100% healthy. It looked like it was back to WrestleMania 30. That type wrestler.
I feel like this was. Now there's been, I'm sure Fat Man's going to bring this up in news and rumors, but there's been little rumblings that Danielson might actually go in the Hall of Fame this year.
No. I got it, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm not saying it's true, but whatever. But there has been rumblings. Not that he says no. I don't know why.
The rumbling, okay, let's touch on it now. The rumbling was on WWE Network. They did like a 2021 induction thing, and then they had Danielson underneath it, like his best things. It was a fuck up on WWE Network's part. He's not going in the Hall of Fame.
Okay.
There is another guy who's rumored to go in the Hall of Fame, which I'll touch on.
Okay, cool. But the point being is that, where was I going with all this? That Danielson's winding down his career. We all know this.
He's even said it.
He said it himself, yeah. So if this is his last true final run, great. He got Reigns over in a match that Reigns absolutely needed after all the short matches he's had lately. He needed a decent match to put him back on the map, I think. And Danielson is always going to be that person that will do that for anyone in the WWE. So kudos to WWE bookers for actually looking at Danielson as the true workhorse there. I liked how they integrated Edge into the match. I liked how very light-handed he was. And the best part of the match, as always, fucking Paul Heyman in the background. Every single foreground shot of Reigns and Danielson, whenever Danielson had him dead to rights, you always had to see Paul in the background, just making the best faces. I love him so much. I will be sad when he no longer is WWE TV. But until then, I will enjoy him.
Yeah, so Reigns tapped while Edge wasn't looking, and then Edge hit Danielson with a chair, because Danielson actually hit Edge with a chair. It sets it up for Mania, and if we're doing a Mania preview, I'll the next show or whenever, but
yeah,
I'll get my thoughts on that then. But no, it was a great main event. Chip.
I agree. Definitely, like I said, the strongest I've seen Bryan Danielson be in a long time. And Roman did need to have a long match to get ready for WrestleMania and put him back on the, I agree basically with everything you guys said. Definitely good to see Bryan Danielson get it back and be able to actually go for a while in a match. What was the timing of that match again?
30 minutes even.
Yeah, well, that's great to see. Haven't seen it in a while from him. I'd say probably match of the night.
Match of the night. Ryan.
I thought Sheamus and Drew was match of the night, but this is also fantastic. But I like that hard hitting style match more, I guess. But I agree with you. It's just foolish. There's nothing I can say or add that is going to be groundbreaking. I mean, we can talk about the WLC.
What else? Oh, fuck you. Fuck you. There is no way Jay Briscoe is winning the ROH World title, you motherfucker.
Fuck.
That's what I thought. That shut him right the fuck up.
I do want to.
I want to meet him just to tell him how much I hate him and why I hate
We
him.
met him the next day.
Yeah.
You did. I did.
Somewhere there's a picture of me with the Ring of Honor World title with him.
Yeah. And then I took a picture of Elgin, like, taking down Briscoe or something, like, at the meet and greet.
Yeah. That was.
I love how about 8 years later we're still talking about this.
Just fuck Jay Briscoe, okay?
Ryan, no one saw it happen. So
Yeah,
Kevin Steen's still
you're
the
good.
world
You're
champion.
good.
Just like Supercard of Honor is still going on.
Funny enough,
Oh my god!
I held the Ring of Honor World title that night too.
Me too.
I'm a two-time Ring of Honor champion.
I held and Dalton Castle gave me props because I was wearing a 2CW shirt.
And Dalton Castle told me I'm a fucking loser for working
And
for
I was
UPW.
downstairs to the question and answer.
Wait, what did Dalton Castle say to you?
I said I was trained. I trained with Mike, and he said to me, "So that's why you're nowhere, huh?"
I love
Like,
Dalton so much.
Yeah, Asuka is the greatest.
Huh?
Just go to the ad.
Final thoughts on the show. First hour sucked. Second hour and a half was pretty good.
It was a 2.5 decent show.
It was an okay Raw.
I wouldn't.
That's
go
what
that
it felt
far.
like. It felt like a Raw. Like it for some reason, it just felt like a Raw to me. Like
Well,
a really good
when
Raw. But
when they do the in between pay per views, in between the big ones, they all have that feeling like it's just another weekly. And a lot of times the wrestling shows it too, but this time the wrestling's a little better in the second hour and a half.
I will say that having 2 full pay-per-views between Rumble and Mania this year has been kind of weird. But yeah, I mean, I went into this thinking that nothing much was going to happen. And I was kind of right. I mean, nothing major happened other than progressing angles that were already going. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I get your sentiment when you said it was a Raw. But those 2 matches were really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't seen anything on Raw like that in a while. So maybe on NXT, cause I'm a mark.
Yeah, you are.
Bruce, all around.
Ryan.
I wouldn't call it a better Raw. I think thinking back to all the last pay-per-views before Mania over the past couple of years, this has been a better one to lead into the pay-per-view, that it wasn't just, oh, this is a pay-per-view before Mania, so we know what's going to happen. We knew what was going to happen, but they were like, okay, well done, boys. Good job.
Yeah, Sleaze and I were at the one last year, so we know.
We know how bad it was. It destroyed the world for a year.
Oh, yes. Yes. It did. It was that bad. Okay, so speaking of Fast Lane, it was the first pay-per-view on a Peacock. And let's just say it did not go over well. I messaged Sleazy when I got home, and I said, is the pay-per-view over? He goes, not only is it over, it's I'm walking the dog. I was like, oh, sweet. Let me watch it, and let me start it on Peacock. I got about 30 seconds in, and that shit was buffering like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Then I switched over to the WWE Network version, and it was perfectly fine.
Yep.
Yeah,
I watched it live on the
But at the
WWE
same
Network.
time, though, I will admit, I was watching on my PlayStation 4, and every time I'm watching Peacock on my PlayStation 4, that shit buffers like a motherfucker. But if I'm watching Peacock on my computer or my Roku, it's perfectly fine. So it might be some like coding issue or whatever it is. Sleazy knows the terminology between the shit to where it's like that. So I really don't know if it really is the Peacock app.
Well, I can tell you from a very technical perspective that it sounds like the app is garbage.
But like I said, it works fine on the computer and works fine on the Roku.
Yeah, we watch Peacock every night, me and Kim, and we never have any issues at all.
What platform are you using it on?
Roku.
So
Yeah.
the Roku app's probably good because so many people have the Roku app, so they pushed a ton of money towards Roku app development. They didn't
Well, you
have to
actually
do.
can't get it on Amazon, so that would make sense.
Well, here's the other thing is that the web version on the computer is going to be just fine because it's going to be written in HTML5. That's easy to do. If you're coding for PS4 or anything that's like a smaller thing like Fire Stick or anything like that, it takes a lot of energy to actually code for something like that because they're non-standard operating systems. At best, Fire Stick is like a modified version of Android, but PS4 is its own operating system, so you have to code everything specifically for the PS4. I'm sure that the PS5 app for Peacock will probably run better.
Oh, probably.
Because why would you code an app for a system that's going out of production? Yeah.
Well,
Makes sense.
they just stopped. Well, they stopped this year. They
PS3.
just announced that the PS3s, they're not doing any of the servers anymore.
Yeah, but from
Oh, I guess
NBC
I'm out of
side,
But from a development standpoint, I understand what you're saying,
Yeah.
Susie. Yep, I gotcha. So Charlotte Flair tested
wait a
positive.
second. Because we have a Canadian on the show, I want to ask you. So, how does this affect you at all?
Oh, it doesn't.
So
Let's say
you
it
guys
doesn't,
are still doing the TV channel then?
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was only in America that it was going to be in Peacock. They mentioned that.
Yeah,
Yes.
but there was a rumor, but I'm not sure how substantiated this was, but they were planning on making the WWE app, the network app, for more countries that weren't originally going to
The
get
only
it.
way, if I sign into the WWE network, I have an option to sign in through my TV provider, which gives me all the network anyways.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
I gotcha. I had to
Okay,
think about
that's
that for a
different.
second too, like, huh? But I got
I
it.
still get all the man stuff as you would the WWE network the way it used to be for you without needing Peacock, because I'll sign it to my TV provider and they'll be like, oh, okay, this is how you have it. That's your login.
Okay, that makes sense then. Okay,
Right. Charlotte Flair tests positive for COVID. That's why they changed Asuka or they put Rhea Ripley in the title match instead of Charlotte.
There's still plenty of time for Charlotte to be a main.
there's also plenty of time for Asuka to randomly drop it a week before WrestleMania, so they can have 2 belts on the line. No, I'm not still bitter about that.
What a fucking mark. Ethan Page, on why he went to AEW, was pretty much, he flat out said, I can still use my Twitch and YouTube channels.
Yeah, that would be stupid to sign a WWE contract right now while they're still hammering that part of their contract out.
WWE has granted CN almost his release.
Big news.
Now, I've seen conflicting reports. Does he or does he not have a 90-day no complete file?
I actually have a note here saying just that. There's rumors that he has a 90-day complete clause or no compete clause. There's rumors saying that he doesn't. So
We'll have to see Wednesday.
I was just going to say that. We'll find out Wednesday. And there was also a rumor that the reason why he got his release was Charlotte Flair was going to say, I ain't working Mania unless you give him his release.
That's a big strong arm. Wow.
So,
That works once. Because
yeah, that was She can't do that no more. She just did that for him. You better be staying with him forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't run that twice against Vince. You'll be out on your ass. So here's the question is, will they release Aleister Black then? Because
They should.
honestly, they've both been off TV for 5 months.
They should.
Fuck, have them tag in AEW, have Thea manage both of them, have this weird cuckold angle. Perfect. Done. Issue solved.
I think Tommy End would fit in AEW.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tommy End and La Sombra with Thea Trinidad.
I'm just sitting here thinking about Zelina.
You can find her OnlyFans at onlyfans.com/Thea Trinidad.
So tiny.
You can also follow her on Twitch at twitch.tv/Thea Trinidad.
WrestleMania is almost sold out both days. On the day that tickets went on sale.
That's
Del was signing up for the pre-sale when we were hanging out on St. Patrick's Day. He's going to fly down there.
Wait,
I think.
who was shocked by that? Was anybody shocked by that? No. I need a poll here. Raise your hand if you were shocked by that. I see no hands. Continue, please.
There's only going to be about 25,000 fans per night. WWE wanted more, but
Yeah, it was 45,000.
Nope, 25.
Oh.
45 got dropped around on the internet for a couple of days about what they really wanted.
Speaking of WrestleMania, the host of WrestleMania, Sleazy, you.
Oh my God.
Give it up for fuck's sakes.
Ladies and gentlemen, your hosts for WrestleMania are Titus O'Neil and, as Big E put it, that other guy. The ultimate racist.
Professional wrestlers. One of the two greatest men to ever do this, in one way or another, Hulk fucking Hogan. You show that man some goddamn respect.
I will show him zero fucking respect.
We are in
the fucking
the year of 2021, like Sleazy said.
The year of our Lord.
We don't show racist respect. I never respected him to begin with, so fuck you.
Not only did they put him as a host of WrestleMania just to make sure they wouldn't catch heat, they put a black man with him just to make sure. You fucking assholes. Are you fucking kidding me?
You keep on how you're talking like this, they're touchy, because I say it's Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil, and you're saying it's Hulk Hogan and some black guy. Who's the one that sounds racist there, dickhead?
I'm saying it from Vince's perspective.
No.
Oh, goddamn, pal. Oh, shit. Well, we want Hulk Hogan because, goddamn, he's a fucking draw in 2021. But, fuck, he's a fucking racist and shit. God damn.
Let's give him the guy that fell into the ring that one time at the Royal Rumble.
Well, goddamn, pal. We're paying Titus O'Neil. We might as well put him in there. You know,
give him the one black guy that ain't doing anything right now.
Yeah, exactly. that is exactly how that conversation went. And if you think any different, you're a fucking liar.
Should have been Mark Henry.
It should have been Mark Henry and Titus O'Neil.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound very diverse, boys.
It's very diverse.
Fuck you.
One's a fat guy, the other one's not. Hey. It should be Mark Henry, Titus O'Neil, and Kairi Sane.
Oh, Ben.
Are you serious?
God.
You know what? You know how that works? You get the Oreo sponsorship, and I'll agree with it.
Oh, my God. Wow.
It has to be the peanut butter Oreos, though.
Shinsuke Nakamura in.
Yeah, he ain't doing nothing WrestleMania anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm gonna say this a little bit and just gonna throw it in there. And so there's been multiple times over the years that Asuka has indicated the fact that she is not into white guys or Asian guys.
So she likes the BBC?
Yes.
Although you're leaving one.
Wait.
There.
BBC or BBC America?
You dick.
CBC.
Exactly. Chip gets it. Oh, you dick. He gets it.
Well done, sir. Well done.
WWE is interested in former UFC star Ben Askren?
Who?
I have no clue the fuck that is. Chip might know him, but I have no clue the fuck that is.
Ben Askren? No, I have no idea who that is.
Okay, then he ain't a star.
Yeah, UFC star my ass.
Maybe Strike Force or Bellator, but not
Said
UFC.
He showed up one season in The Ultimate Fighter. Or for one
Spell his
episode in
last
Ultimate
name?
Fighter.
Askren.
Yeah, no, not ringing a bell. Brian, ringing a bell with you?
Not a clue. I will go Wikipedia him later just to see who the fuck he is.
Well, what about him now?
WWE's interested in bringing him in. I don't know who the fuck he is.
Still carrying on the UFC affair.
And yet Joe Gacy has not appeared on NXT TV yet. What the fuck?
Simmer down, Susie. Simmer the fuck down. So this has got to be a made-up name. This has got to be a fucking made-up name that fucking WWE fed the fucking Meltzer because it's fucking hilarious. Apparently, one WWE writer quit and another one got promoted. Ed Heller got the promotion to a head writer. I know who he is. Never heard of this girl before, but listen to this name. Andrea Lissenberger. Like, that's got to be a made-up name. That
Fat
she didn't
Man's
get the promotion.
Fat Man's you actually froze up as you said that.
Did I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andrea Lissenberger? Listenberger.
But did you Google the name?
No.
Why would you do some fucking research?
What? We're not journalists, you fuck!
Sleazy.
Oh, okay. That's why. She is legit. Do you know who she actually works for?
AEW?
2K Sports now. Or 2K, what is it called? 2K Interactive or whatever.
Oh, gotcha.
So she left WWE to go to that.
Okay.
Well, they said that she...
Yeah, because Dave Meltzer's not a fucking journalist, you fucks.
That's what I'm saying.
5 seconds. 5 seconds in a Google search, I found her fucking LinkedIn. Are you fucking kidding me right now? You piece of shit. Dave Meltzer, go fucking sit down, shut the fuck up, and don't bother anyone anymore. You're a fucking washed up writer that got fed shit from Bruce Pritchard for 30 fucking years, you fucking fat piece of shit.
Well, the Pritchard feeds them all the news.
No, fed him fake news, so they would report it. And speaking of that, this is fucking hilarious.
I'm okay now,
Okay.
by the way.
So, talking about Dave Meltzer,
God fucking damn it.
that's why it's hilarious. According to Fuck Dave Meltzer, he suggests that the hiring of John Laurinaitis as the general manager of talent has a lot to do with Vince McMahon continuing to surround himself with people who aren't going to challenge him and reinforce the idea that WWE is more popular than ever. The report adds that Vince is right now a guy who wants to be told everything is great and that ratings, pretty much the only traditional metric left to evaluate the business, when it's not, is not representative of the company's actual popularity.
Which is true.
What's true?
That the ratings has no bearing on how popular the company is.
No, Meltzer says the ratings have bearing on it. I'm saying they don't.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah, they don't. No, just because only
Ratings don't matter
one-
anymore. But to say that he hired Johnny Ace just so he can have somebody around to tell him, "Hey, boss, that's a good idea, boss," is fucking asinine. Oh, broke my pencil.
And it's all over. I was getting a migraine there.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Sleazy to say something.
No, I can't because we got an hour, you guys.
Okay, so 1, 2, 4 more. Charlie Caruso is done with WWE. She's hot too. Apparently she had backstage heat for being late to several interview segments on Raw. So they're just keeping her off TV. They hired another guy from England who's now doing all her shit, but she also works for ESPN now, so she's fine.
Cool.
And then she was also another one where I mentioned it in the chat where, remember, the people who want to leave WWE to go to AEW will shock you. And Meltzer's like, "No, there's too many people in AEW right now." Well, fuck you, Dave Meltzer.
So this is where AEW goes on a fucking hiring spree.
Yeah.
There's too
Because
many
you got to
people.
work the fucking marks.
3 more news. They're all Hall of Fame. Batista's going to miss the Hall of Fame this year. He's in Australia shooting a movie. He said that he will not be inducted in this year's class, and he will be inducted another year where he can actually attend the show.
The year the Wrestlemania goes Hollywood makes the most sense.
Yes.
Almost certainly. That's probably when they induct Cena.
They'd be
Speaking of
perfect two to go together.
Yeah. Eric Bischoff inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. About fucking time. And
Inducted by Hulk Hogan.
Fuck
Probably.
that. Inducted by Vince McMahon.
No.
it should be.
It should be. It should be Vince. Absolutely.
But
It won't be.
Yeah.
It'll be Hogan. That's part of the reason why they're bringing Hogan in.
And then the next rumored name for this year's class is RVD.
Spark him if you got him.
Works for me.
I knew Ryan was going to say something. I love the fact.
Jeff Hardy will induct him.
I love the fact.
Yeah.
Wow. I love the fact that over the last 2 years, wow, holy shit. RVD took Val Venus's gimmick and Val Venus took RVD's gimmick.
Wow.
That's exactly what happened. No, like, that's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's it.
Cool. Ryan, where can we find you?
Ryan Buck 85 on Twitter.
I was gonna
Canada,
say,
you idiot. Duh.
I was going to say, smoking a blunt out back now.
In a
That's
shed with
right.
Sabu.
In a shed with Sam.
True story.
Chip.
The Sports Guru 728 on Twitter, and the fourth. Jesus Christ, I went way back. The Best Damn Sports Show, period 2, TOO, on usually Tuesday nights at 9:00, but I didn't have time to write a show today.
It's
ADD
9:03.
with the wedding coming up, that is not on my mind right now.
Where's the invite, you fucker?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Literally, they just extended our ability to have people today in Pennsylvania, and we're already stacked.
He's got too many.
You don't know that many people. You don't know that too many
He's
people.
got too many.
They're just there
marks
for the
coming.
open bar.
Yeah.
The open bar's our house, you idiot.
Okay, fair.
Still open.
Yeah, it's still open.
Still open.
So no, but hopefully the Best Damn Sports Show period 2 will be back next week.
I am TWS Sleazy. Fat Man
TWS.
is.
TWS Fat Man.
And the show is at Sleazy Fat Man on Twitter, at Sleazy Fat Man on Instagram when we're not banned. You can find us also on the Gear Network.
Wait a minute, we're banned?
I
Too many
keep,
Asians.
Not enough.
You think that's a work. That's not a work. It's a shoot. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com, facebook.com/Sleazy and the Fat Man. You can also find us at thewrestlingshow.com and on Gear Network and wherever you get your wonderful podcasts. Other than that, for Ryan, for Chip, for Fat Man,
Fuck you.
thank you. I was waiting for you to say something. For Sleazy,
Fuck you.
this is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
Fuck Kenny Omega.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, I'm a world gone
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.